Hello folks, this is Anime Brian returning to my Let's Play of Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. Welcome to Part 9. Well, on my last playthrough I finally managed to complete Chapter 5. And now I'm finally ready to move on to Chapter 6. And judging by what the walkthrough is showing, looks like we're going right back into the abandoned bomb shelter. The most fucked up place of all. Here we go, Chapter 6, Meyer. Where am I? The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was the ceiling of a dark, gloomy room with flickering, uncovered light bulbs. The random bursts of light they shone were so dim that they only just barely lit up the wood grain on the ceiling enough to see the patterns in it. Ow. The back of my head hurt in the same way. Really? There we go. The back of my head hurt in the same way it would if someone had just pulled my hair really hard. I couldn't do anything about it though, so I just frowned and waited for it to subside. I wondered if I hit my head somewhere. I can't remember a thing. I suddenly realized that my feet weren't touching the ground, and there was a cold sensation along my back. I must have been lying down on a hard surface. I tried to move, but both my arms and both my legs had gone to sleep, and they wouldn't budge. I'd just have to keep lying here until they woke up. I gave up on moving and instead just stared up at the gloomy ceiling again. I don't like it. The wood grain looks like a person's face. I knew it wasn't actually a person, but it really did look like one, and he was glaring down at me with a hateful expression. It was creepy. Why does it look familiar? Where have I seen that face before? Oh, that was it. It looked like the Scream. That Munch painting we studied in class. No, it's Munch. Except this face was screaming in anger. He hated me. I'm really starting to get scared now. If only Big Brother were here with me. He'd just pat my head and laugh and tell me how silly I was being. Oh yeah, where is Big Brother? I was still a little disoriented, but I turned and twisted my head as best as I could to manage to see if I could find him anywhere nearby. Why was I sleeping in a place like this anyway? And why wasn't Big Brother at my side, like he always was? I remember bringing Big Brother his umbrella, then doing some kind of charm with his friends, and then I was in an old school building. And then Big Brother and I were looking all over for a bathroom so I could go pee. And we got separated. And if I don't take an antacid, my stomach acid's going to burn my throat out. Big Brother. Come on, gibberish. Translate. Why were we in this school to begin with? Maybe the charm failed and this was our punishment. Wow, she nailed it right in the head. Good job, Yuka. Maybe I was the one who messed it up. I probably shouldn't even have been there. And if I hadn't asked him to help me try to find a bathroom, we wouldn't be separated right now. I should have just held his hand and not let go. It could have lasted a little longer without peeing. I could have lasted a little longer without peeing. Then we'd still be together. What happened to me after that? That's right, I finally found the bathroom, but when I went inside, there were people hanging in there, lots of them. Eek! I was so freaked out, I went back into the hall and collapsed onto the floor. And then I was talking with someone. It was a boy who had gotten separated from his little sister, I think. He said he helped me find Big Brother. His name? That's right, his name was Yuya Kazami, aka the Dickhead. It hurts. It really hurts. Why can't I move? Why? I then realized that I couldn't see my arms. Where are they? Why aren't they at my sides? They were still numb too, so I couldn't feel where they were either, but I tried my best to move them anyway. That sounded like rope. Am I tied up? I thought maybe the reason I couldn't feel my arms or legs and couldn't move was because I was tied up really tight. You know, it was cutting off my circulation. Come on, move. With some effort, I was finally able to move my fingertips. I started feeling everything I could, grateful even for this little bit of reassurance. I feel something. The rope around my wrist had been tied up tight and looped many times over, with the circulation trickling back in my hands. It was really painful. It hurts. It hurts. I was so scared, it felt like I'd forgotten how to breathe. Somebody's coming. The footsteps were echoing from out in the hallway. They stopped right in front of this room. Big Brother? Big Brother? I wriggled in place and screamed as loud as I could. I didn't even care about the old splintery rope cutting into my wrists and ankles anymore. Big Brother! Big Brother, save me! It's Yuka! I'm right here! Save me, please! You shouldn't writhe around like that. The ropes will just hurt that much more. I have a feeling he was the problem. My apologies for the long wait. It's so dark in here. You must have been terrified. Oh, God, I know what this plays off of. This happens during Chapter 5 if you were running from him and he catches you. He then apparently drags your ass into a classroom and ties your ass down. And then proceeds to fuck the shit up out of her. I mean, we're talking like fucking stabbing and shit. Before Yoshikaze barges in and fucking takes his ass out. Judging by considering I wind up in the abandoned bomb shelter, according to the walkthrough, I think I hit the nail on the head. Yep. I remember this scene. Episode 6, Meyer. Kazami? Are you alright, Yuka? He was looking at me with a caring, sympathetic smile on his face. He seemed to be really concerned about me. Please save me. When I came to, I was all tied up. You were indeed, and I'm the one responsible for that. I wanted to make sure I never got separated from my dear little sister ever again. Huh? Little sister? You, of course. That's why I had to tie you down so you wouldn't ever leave me. Why? Kazami, are you joking with me? Why, you ask? What a silly question. I already told you. Because you're my little sister. What part about that you don't understand? What part about that don't you understand? I don't understand it at all. I'm not. Well, you are still just a child, so maybe you're simply too young to comprehend. But worry not, your big brother will tell you all about it. Kazami. We're siblings after all. We simply have to reach an understanding. His eyes looked like they were staring far off into the distance, like he was in a trance. I'm scared. Big brother, I'm scared. Why was he doing this? Why did he tie me up? And why did he look so happy about it? I didn't get any of it. Every hair on my body was standing on end. I was terrified. Isn't there any way I can escape? The corners of my eyes were on fire. I couldn't stop myself from crying. Tears were flowing down my face like a waterfall. Kazami smiled, then reached out and touched my cheek. His hand was ice cold. It was like there was no blood flowing through it at all, like the hand of a dead person. I've been waiting so long for you to wake up. Now, show me that spark of life. Put everything you've got into it and cry for me, Yuka. Cry as loud as you can. He slowly and hesitantly took his hand off my cheek and then began walking around me toward my feet. He then gently grabbed my skirt with one hand and drew a knife from his breast pocket with the other. It's showtime. There, just like that. That's the voice I've been longing to hear, the face I've been longing to see. It's only when one's terror and hopelessness reach their peak that the soul truly shines. I want to see more. Direct more of that at me. Yuka, I know you're capable of shining even brighter. Well, don't you worry. Your big brother will help reveal that light. Covered in blood and writhing in pain, oh, true suffering is a far, far prettier sight than this. What's wrong, Yuka? This is no time to rest. The fun is only just beginning. Oh, so why don't you try calling me Big Brother? Big Brother, save me. Big Brother, please, come save me. What are you saying, Yuka? Your big brother's right here. Look, right in front of your eyes. No, my big brother is... The panic and fear just kept getting more overpowering. I think I was hyperventilating. But Kazami showed no mercy. Instead, he reached out and grabbed my neck. Living rabbits really do make far too much noise. Can't breathe. What a thin neck you have. So soft and supple. I can feel your carotid artery and your cervical vertebrae perfectly. These muscles, this curvature, so sensual, like it was made for my hand. Is it painful? It must be painful. This is your fault, you know. I'm your only big brother around here. And with that, he let go of my neck, but then hastily pulled the knife in his hands right up to my face. He made sure I could see every inch of it clearly and just held it there, slowly turning it for what felt like an eternity. Have you gotten a good look at it, Yuka? The knife was stained with red splatter marks. No, not even red, just dark. It wasn't a color I knew well, but there was only one thing it could have been. Blood. Oh, this? No need to worry. Kurosaki dirtied it a bit, but it still cuts like new. I was shivering so hard I could feel my teeth vibrating. A chill ran through every part of me, as if I were so afraid that it actually lowered my body temperature. The chattering coming from inside my mouth was getting louder and louder, to such an extent that even I was getting distracted by it. What a lovely face. My little sister is doing an excellent job, but her clothes are in the way. Ah! Kazami suddenly tore my uniform, exposing my stomach. What's this? Your belly is bouncy like a water balloon. It must be full of guts. He laid the knife flat across my belly button, and the sudden sensation of cold steel against my skin sent even more shivers up and down my spine. If it hurts, feel free to scream, okay? There's nothing to be ashamed of. That all you got? What's the matter, Yuka? You haven't given up already, have you? Not after I finally gotten my hands on the little sister I've always wanted. My throat was completely dry. I actually wanted to cry for help, but the walls of my air pipes were sticking together. Breathing was hard enough. Answer me, Yuka. Yuka? No. Ha, that's a good girl. Now it's time for the main event. Big brother, save me. Fear had taken over. I couldn't hold myself back. I knew it wouldn't go over well, and I knew it would hurt, but I forced myself to cry out. Big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother! Ha! 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 I'm your big brother, remember? Apologize, Yuka. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now that simply won't do. You have to say, Big brother, I'm so very sorry. Do it right this time. But big brother, my big brother, it isn't you, Kazami. I'm not your big brother. You bitch. What was that just now? Did I imagine it? Hate me so much it makes you wet yourself. Big brother. Oh, how very interesting. Even in such an embarrassing state, you still call out for help from your big brother. Pitiful. You're my adorable little sister, and I'm going to make you feel real good. So there's no need to lie there crying in your own urine. It's pitiful. Pitiful? Did I just look down at this girl and call her pitiful? Why? Why am I feeling pity for her? What's happened to me? The poor girl? How is it that even I can exhibit such useless, empty emotions? Is there still some remnant of potential within a man like me to birth these paltry platitudes? I'm not like the others, and yet even I. I keep telling you, there's no way my little boy would do something like that. But I'm afraid it's true. Your little boy, Yuya, brandished a pair of scissors with intent to harm another child. So you're saying this was done on purpose? By the time we arrived on the scene, he was looking down at his own blade hand and laughing. We've done everything we can for him on our end. How you wish to deal with him now is up to you. But please, wait. Oh, I couldn't even manage to crush his eye. Ever since I was little, I've been unable to put myself in another man's shoes. I possess no sympathy, no empathy, and no respect for life. Slowly but surely, my parents started to see me like I was some kind of devil. They shunned me. They ignored me. They'd focus all their love and affection on my older brother and sister, on my highly successful and generally upstanding brother and sister. Everybody liked them, and I began to realize just how different life was for people who are well regarded. And since my parents had given up on me, those siblings were the only ones who ever looked after me. My brother was particularly obnoxious, always flaunting his honor student status and trying to make me into a good little boy. It was sickening. He use his standing as my elder to boss me around, and would even follow me to make sure I was behaving. But I did fight back once. Back in elementary school, I stood up to my older brother. What the hell are you doing? Yuya, what did you just burn? It was an animal. Oh, are you mad at me because it smells? I just killed it now, so it still had some blood left in it. I was going to smell it no matter what. Ow. The hell was that for, asshole? I honestly had no idea why he struck me, but this was the first time I ever been on the receiving end of violence, and I was pissed. I tried to jump him, but he was just too big. I didn't stand a chance. Why do you have so little regard for life? How can you just kill another living creature? Why would you do something like that, Yuya? You shut the fuck up. I'm the one who found it. I can do whatever the hell I want with it. I couldn't believe the asshole actually threw a punch at me. I was determined to hit him back. I wasn't going to give up until I succeeded. Unfortunately, his size was an insurmountable obstacle for me. My attempt to fight back was cut short by another, much harder blow to the same cheek. Now you listen to me. That was twice now. I was so going to make him pay. I'd swore I'd injure him. My punch was going to connect. If I couldn't hit him in the head, any other part of his body would do just as well. Urgh. Damn it, just because you were born first, you think you're so tough. Well, if I were just a little bigger, I'd... You're not getting it. You need to grow up, Yuya. As long as you're not a complete idiot, you will understand what I'm telling you someday. Our physical differences now aren't going to mean a damn thing in the future. Mental growth is what matters most. I want you to become someone who can sympathize with the pain other people feel. I could have sworn I saw tears welling up in his eyes. The hell was that about? He just beat me up and here he was looking sad. Damn it. I'm not like you. Yes, you are. You're my little brother. You'll always be my little brother. Nothing can ever change that. I can still remember what a disgustingly sentimental look he was giving me when he said that. Grr, you can die too then. Just die. Die, die, die. I don't care if you're my brother. I'll kill. What the hell? Yuya, cut it out. Let me go. Get your hands off me. Wait, asshole. Listen, mental growth is what matters most. Carve that into your heart. Never forget it. Fucking hypocrite. Ow. He acts all kind, but his punches hurt like a son of a bitch. Yuya? Are you alright? You didn't suffer any head trauma or anything, did you? Just leave me alone. You may not understand what he was trying to tell you right now, but one day, when you've grown up, you will. Neither of you know the first damn thing about me. Why? Why the hell was I the last one to be born? I want a younger sibling. Maybe then I'd have some clue of what the fuck you two are talking about. Man, I love the piss out of a younger brother or sister. And we do love you, Yuya. Both of us. Huh? We know that you're a good kid at heart. Come on, let's make a grave for this little critter, okay, Yuya? A trash can would be just fine. Yuya! If you keep this up, you're going to be alone your whole life. My sister grabbed me by both of my shoulders and looked me right in the eyes when she said this. But I didn't care about a word she was saying. I just pushed her away. So you're doing this because you love me, huh? Don't act like you have the first clue about what I'm all about, you lying bitch. Yuya, it's the truth. I don't trust you. I don't trust anyone. I won't lose to anyone either, and I certainly won't tolerate other people lying to me. Not ever. Not ever. That's right. I've been like this for a long time. I've always tried to figure out how to intuit what others are truly feeling, to get honest reactions out of them. No one seems to understand that I'm incapable of understanding the people around me. That's why I've made a point of studying the world and keeping to myself, simply trying my best not to stand out. I play the part of a loner. I pretend I'm interested in boring conversations and smile. I pretend I care about the problems of others and fake a concerned expression. Not a single one of my classmates has ever caught on to the fact that it's all just make-believe. They greet me with smiles and I see through their lies. They all act like they can judge a person based on his outward actions without ever even seeing his true nature. Every one of them is completely deceived by my act. They're all empty-headed fools, worthy of only my contempt. They're just like my brother and sister, unforgivable cretins who lie in my face. That's why I've decided to conduct a little experiment. A way to see if I can really understand other people and if I can make them understand me. I wonder if any of you were aware that all I ever wanted was to kill you. Like animals, humans are honestly only when they're on the brink of death. I think I read that wrong. Like animals, humans are honest only when they're on the brink of death. They all look me right in the eye and engage me in real, true dialogue, with rare exception. Fine answer. Just what I was hoping for. Show me more. Show me more of those naked emotions. Yes, sadly, I will not perform for you. There was one who held back the screams and the begging and simply passed away in near silence. The hell is that? Are you trying to stand up to me? It was a thoroughly unsatisfying kill. There needs to be more mutual understanding. I expected to see some change within myself after coming to this place. But there was nothing. I killed, but felt no remorse, no sympathy, none of the emotions I was supposed to feel. Yuya, all life is equal. Don't ever forget that. All life is equal, huh? Yeah, sure it is. It's all exactly the same when it's snuffed out, humans, animals, and filthy worms alike. But I suppose there is one difference. Even if it feels the same, after committing the sin of ending a human life, there's no turning back, no redemption. I didn't regret what I'd done, but it did make me realize that I had no prospects now, no future. What was that? Did I just feel pity for someone? My stomach's all growly. Yes, that was it even then. This odd sensation of taking pity on another human being. You're really shaking. Are you alright? I have to go to the bathroom. That badly? Why have you held it in for so long? I was with my big brother until just a moment ago, but we got separated. Didn't you tell your big brother that you needed to use the restroom? I did, but we just kept finding unusable bathrooms. And I thought about going somewhere else, but I didn't want my big brother to see me do that, so... What a devoted little sister. Yes, this is just what I have been looking for. A being far weaker than I, whom I have tasked to protect. This is it. This is exactly it. Is something wrong, Kazami? If I had this girl by my side, this girl upon whom I actually took pity, then maybe there could still be a future even for a man like me. Indeed, if I'm capable of feeling sorry for someone, then maybe there still exists some means of atoning for my sins. If I could just live with this little girl. So how about it? Will you live with me? Huh? What? I think I'll be okay on my own. I'll look for my big brother by myself. By yourself? Why? After I finally found a little sister. Why must even she distance herself from me? No, no! Run, rabbit, run! Yeah. Bad rabbit, you're coming with me. You see, this is what happens when you disobey your big brother. Yuka. I'd been screaming and crying so much that my throat was now bone dry. I couldn't manage any more than a whimper. My throat was actually in a lot of pain. It burned like someone had cut it wide open. Kazami had raised the knife as if he were about to kill me, but for some reason he just froze like that. And all I could do was lie there, struggling to breathe. Aside from his heavy panting, I could only hear the sound of my own chattering teeth. I don't want to die. I want to see my big brother again, even if it's just one last time. I breathed in as deeply as I could, then mustered every last bit of strength I had. I wanted to call out with all my might. I wanted to call for help. Big brother. No good. The sentiment was there, but the words couldn't simply have been heard by anyone else, except the person I didn't want to hear them. Big brother won't know to come help me if that's as loud as I can go. Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! My stained scream seemed to snap Kazami out of his trance. He brought the tip of his knife down onto my cheek, but didn't break the skin. You do know that no matter how much you scream, no one's going to come save you, right? He was looking down at me with blank, empty eyes. It was like he'd just woken up from a really long dream. Big brother is going to come. I was absolutely certain about that. He may not have found me yet, but I knew he was looking. He was worried, and looking all over for me. It was only a matter of time. Big brother is my prince after all, and the prince always comes to rescue his princess. He's not coming. After all, he's already here. Your big brother is right here. He is come. Shut your mouth. My struggle to get out the words came to an abrupt end as Kazami's hand pressed down hard on my face, covering my nose and mouth and suffocating me. For all the pain and fear I was feeling, I knew I had a chance to fight back, so I opened my mouth and bit down hard on his palm. Ah! I must have bitten even harder than I thought. I could taste his blood. It was warm and minerally, and slid down my parched throat, easing a little bit of the pain and dryness. He's coming! Big brother is coming for sure! I just kept shouting. I didn't care if these were the last words I ever said. I had no regrets. I just wanted to cry out. Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! He's not coming. He's not coming. He's not coming. He's not coming. Your big brother's not coming. It all happened in an instant. Kazami just grabbed his head in both hands and let out a cry of pain that didn't even sound human. What is it? What is this? What the hell is this voice I'm hearing? Did I really want a little sister? I did. I wanted a little sister. Someone weaker than I. Yes, someone who needed me. But was it really a little sister that I wanted? That's right. If I had a little sister, I'd change. My head. He grabbed his head again and began stumbling around. He looked like he was in real pain. There were even tears in his eyes. Damn it! God damn it! God damn it all! What does it all mean? I don't need a reason. Not now. It's too late for that. This is who I am now. This is what I've become. Everything is mine. I've stomped out everyone in my way and held my head high the whole time. Ah! Ah! Are you okay? Does your head hurt? I have some headache medicine in my pocket. You can take some if you want. How has it come to this? If I had a little sister, maybe I'd have acted more like a big brother should. Yes, I'm sure of it. I have been just like my asshole brother when he was crying over me. Kizami? He fell to his knees and just stayed like that, not moving, maybe not even breathing. After another unnerving yell, the huge man with the hammer just stood there staring at me. He had blood splattered all over him. Somehow, though, I got the impression he wasn't going to attack me. Are you here to save me? He reached one hand toward me, slowly and gently, though it may have been a little too slowly. He moved like a zombie, as if I were watching a TV show in slow motion. What's wrong? It almost seemed like he was afraid of me, but I was just a little girl tied to a table. What could he possibly think I'd do to him? Is there someone else here? He didn't answer. I wasn't even sure he heard the question. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking past me. I want to know what you're looking at. Kill her. His mournful yell echoed throughout the room. Ah! Ah! My arms and legs suddenly went slack. I felt like I could move them now. Slowly, I opened my eyes and confirmed that this enormous man had just smashed apart the dry knots that were holding my hands and feet in place. I knew I didn't have much time. I tried my hardest to wake up my sleeping hands and feet and shake the broken, splintered ropes from my wrists and ankles. Kill her! My arms and legs were still so numb that I couldn't trust myself to get out of the room safely. I had to think of something else. I had to buy some time. It seemed like the little girl was pulling the huge man's strings, and he didn't really want to hurt me, so maybe I could reason with him. What are you doing? Kill her! Yeah, what's wrong? He suddenly doubled over and began clawing at his throat, seemingly in a great deal of pain. Reasoning with him really wasn't going to work. He was too unstable, and if it came down to me or the little girl, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't win. Now might be my best chance to escape. There's a bottle on the ground filled with a transparent liquid. Take it. I wonder what's in here. It's not water, is it? Hydrochloric acid. How long are you planning to squat there like that? Kill her! Yeah. Instinctively, I threw the glass bottle at the huge man with the hammer. He flinched and stumbled backwards. His hammer was still raised, however, and smashed into one of the light bulbs in the ceiling, shattering it. I need to make a correction in this stupid walkthrough. It is not a bottle of pills. There we go. It's dark, but I might be able to get away now. The feeling had begun returning to my legs, so I wasted no time. Habitually yelling excuse me as I left, I darted through the dark lab using what I remembered of its layout to avoid obstacles and reach the door. Hey, did you do that on purpose? Worthless scum. Fix it or you get no more rewards from me. Just go after her already. How many times have we crossed paths with that girl now? Maybe she has the paper scrap to keep her safe. Her fate hasn't been sealed yet. I have to find somewhere to hide. I could hear the sounds of someone else running just a short distance in front of me. I couldn't make out who it was with any certainty, but I did briefly catch a glimpse of a figure retreating into the darkness, and it looked like Big Brother? That was Big Brother just now, wasn't it? I took off in pursuit. If that was Big Brother, then I just had to catch up to him. Big Brother! Big Brother! He must have heard me. His pace never slowed, and I saw him disappear around a corner. He's not stopping. I have to go after him. Big Brother! Big Brother! Let's see. There's something I want to check out. Not much for exploration, apparently. I guess the interesting shit doesn't really start until you get into the abandoned bomb shelter. Yeah, there's there's really not much to explore outside of what you're supposed to do. What a shame. Alright. Let's see. Where am I? Yeah, we're going downstairs. Let's see what happens. What's that noise? Ah! Suddenly, my field of vision started going topsy-turvy. Was I falling? It was an earthquake, but there was more than just that. The floor beneath me was moving up and down in time with the quake's left and right motion. Big brother! Big brother! I tried putting one hand on the floor for balance and getting back to my feet. I need to keep going after Big Brother, otherwise I'll lose his trail. I thought I'd done it. I was standing now and had started getting used to the vibrations. As long as I hugged the walls, I could walk. But that all quite literally came crashing down around me soon enough. The wildly shaking floor cracked, then crumbled, and I was free falling. I'm falling! Let me guess, I'm in the bomb shelter. Oof. Yep. Fuck. I raised my head and found myself lying on top of a pile of rubble. I wasn't too much worse for the wear, though, all things considered. Where am I? I looked all around me frantically, but saw nothing even remotely familiar. This was definitely someplace new. And it didn't feel much like a school anymore. The walls and floor are made from packed dirt, with only railroad ties keeping it all together. It's really musty down here. I knew I was underground. I had to be. It just felt that way. There was no windows anywhere, and based on the smell, there was no ventilation either. It's really hard to breathe. Oh no, Big Brother! Big Brother might have gotten caught off guard by that earthquake too, I thought. He could be down here. It was a big one, after all. Maybe he was injured. Maybe he couldn't move. I have to find him right away. I tried pushing myself up from the pile of rubble, ready to shoot to my feet and continue the search. That didn't last long, however. My hands and feet were still a little numb from the ropes, making it hard to keep my balance. I fell back onto my butt. My underwear was completely waterlogged, like a full sponge. It squished unpleasantly on the debris, sending a cold chill through my entire body. What's going on? I reached down and felt it, and it was absolutely soaked through. It would take forever for it to dry. That's right, I forgot I peed myself. I was so wrapped up in running for my life and chasing after Big Brother, I didn't even notice the wetness. But now I couldn't get it out of my mind. It's so gross. Tears were welling up in my eyes. How could I be so pathetic? I forced myself to my feet, doing the best to try ignoring the squishy sensation. I wouldn't be able to ignore it for long, though. My panties were noticeably heavier now, and the urine they absorbed was practically ice cold. I couldn't go on like this. I was going to get a rash or catch pneumonia or something, and every step was going to be its own form of mushy, gushy hell. But what could I do? I could take them off, but then what? Carry them with me? Ew. Leave them on the floor for someone else to find? No thanks. Big Brother. Big Brother. I swallowed my pride, held back my tears as best as I could, and waddled forward. Or onward. Isn't there anywhere I can go to get these off? Huh. Yeah, I've got to speed up. Is this an actual bathroom? There was no protective seals and no weird smells. The only bathrooms I'd seen up to this point were unusable. Charms on the door mysteriously sealing the room shut, bodies hanging in the stalls. But this looked to be a completely normal bathroom. Certainly the most normal I'd seen since getting stuck in this place, anyway. Really, I'm in the bathroom? Because I don't believe that. There's a loose piece of wood on the ground here. This might be useful for something. Acquired piece of wood. I wonder if I can get in the stalls. I tried pulling on one of the wooden stall doors. Is anybody in there? I listened carefully for any hint of a response, even going as far as to hold my breath. I guess if somebody did respond, it would be pretty scary. But there wasn't a single sound to be heard. The entire room was dead silent. The walls are made from packed dirt, after all, and there was a lot of moisture in there. Effectively, this whole place was naturally soundproofed. This is perfect. Nobody else is around. I backed away from the stall slightly and almost tripped over a fairly sizable crack in the ground, about 5 centimeters wide and 1 centimeter thick. This might be a good spot to hide them. Finally, I was able to get out of those waterlogged panties. Despite being alone, I still crouched down and removed them as discreetly as I could. Then I stuffed them tightly into the crack I discovered. The hole's not big enough. Some of it's still sticking out. If only there were just a little more space. What do I do now? I know, I can use this piece of wood to dig in there and make it deeper. I'm so glad Big Brother didn't have to see me doing this. Please don't let anybody find me until I'm done. Especially not Big Brother. Not that Big Brother would likely wander into a girl's bathroom. But it was possible given the circumstances. Just to be safe, I figured it couldn't hurt to pray that it didn't happen. Maybe I should stuff them down even farther. It'd be embarrassing if anyone were to find these after all. Okay. My underwear was now totally buried and out of sight. There was no way anyone could come across it if they didn't know it was here. Satisfied, I stood up. It's so drafty now. But it's still a lot better than wearing wet panties. It's been nothing but earthquakes since we got here. I wonder if this place will be okay. It seems even older than the school building. I peeked my head out from the bathroom and looked around. Nobody's out there, right? Big Brother? Big Brother! My voice echoed a lot louder than I was expecting. It actually surprised me, considering the wet dirt walls. I didn't think sound would travel that far. I'm scared. If any of Big Brother's friends are nearby, please. I really want to wash my hands. I began walking through the hall once again, this time a bit slower and more unevenly due to exhaustion. No, just out of curiosity, what's in here? The door is sealed firmly shut. There's no way to open it. Huh, really? The door is sealed firmly shut. There's no way to open it. Huh. The door to this particular room was shuddering ever so slightly, as if there were a breeze blowing against it gently from inside. I think I can open this. Slowly and hesitantly, I put both hands on the doorknob and started to turn. I guess I can go in. Alright, let's see what's in here. I hope it connects to an exit somewhere. It smells awful. As soon as the door opened even a crack, a powerful, horrible stench slammed into my face and twisted around my nasal cavities just like a jet of water. This is the smell of something rotting. I was instantly feeling nauseous and lightheaded, as if I were suddenly deprived of oxygen. I can't do this. I need to get out of here. That sounded like water. Is there water in here? Holding my nose, I stepped back into the room and crept over toward the source of the noise. If there were water here, maybe I could wash my hands, I thought. Where is it? My extreme thirst came back full force as well. Clean water was the greatest thing I could possibly find right now. I accidentally kicked over a bucket, spilling its contents onto the ground in front of me. Yeah. Countless flies immediately flew out from the overturned bucket and began swarming all around me. Their buzzing wings sounded right up against my ears, as if they were attacking me. Yeah. I let go of my nose and began flailing my arms wildly, attempting in vain to drive them away. I can't even see my hands in front of my face. Ack! As I haphazardly stumbled forward, I found my foot splashing in shallow liquid. Mere moments later, my hand came in contact with a wall and brushed against a switch. I heard a faint clicking sound, and then the lights blinked on, and I got a clear look at the room I was standing in. What is this place? Are those bodies? A large portion of the floor had been dug out into something resembling a pool, which was filled with stagnant, discolored water and dismembered bodies. The bodies were decomposing a lot faster than they naturally would, on account of the wetness. Most of them had swarms of maggots instead of faces. Several bodies had actually washed up on the ground outside the pool as well. Those few that still had limbs looked like they may lose them at any moment. Their torsos were all swollen and black, and everything else was bone white. Why are there so many bodies in one place? The closest body was spurting a sappy mucus from its nose and mouth and staring at me with an ugly, mean expression. The thick fluid coming out of it was reddish-brown in color, and it seemed to be a disgusting mixture of blood and dead bugs. What's that sound? Some sort of huge door high along the top of the wall opened up, and I could clearly feel a breeze blowing through the room. It was a trash chute? If I climb up here, maybe I can get back into the school building. What is that? I can hear something. It's getting closer. I was afraid of what might be coming through that hole, so I put some distance between it and myself. Something heavy fell from above and splashed into the pool, spraying my face with rotten, stagnant water. A body! A body! The body that had just fallen into the pool of water was wearing a school uniform. As soon as it touched the liquid, it began bubbling and melting into it as if it were a bag of ingredients tossed into a stew pot. One of the poor victim's lungs floated to the surface, giving the whole scene even more of a sick soup-like appearance. I need to get out of here now. I can't stay in here any longer. I dragged my wet foot on a dry part of the ground for a second or two, then made a dash for the door. As soon as I was back out in the hall, I fell to my knees in shock. I couldn't even move. The smell of death and decay was still sticking to me, and still trying to snake its way into my nose. It was all I could do not to throw up on the spot. I hadn't eaten anything for hours, so I'm not even sure what I would actually throw up, what I would have actually thrown up, but I still felt like I had to, more strongly than ever before. Maybe it would have been best just to let it come out. I'm sure I would have felt better afterward. But I honestly didn't want to see my own vomit right now. Not after all those disgusting things I'd seen. I had enough. Why has all of this happened? At times like this especially, I really longed for my big brother. If only he were here with me. I cried out for him as if in prayer. Big brother, please, come save me. Come save me. I can't move. Is somebody there? Is somebody there? It hurts. There was a little girl here with arms outstretched, begging for help. I rushed over to her side. What's wrong? Are you all right? She was faintly glowing. Is she a ghost? My stomach really hurts, and my chest feels like it's on fire. She seems to be in a lot of pain, but all I can do for her is... Here, I don't see any injuries. Is it painful? It hurts. All I could do for her was offer physical comfort. If I rubbed her back, maybe she'd feel better. Thanks. I'm sorry, this is all I know how to do. It feels a little better now. Does it? I'm so glad to hear that. The girl grimaced again, as if she were experiencing some new pain all of a sudden. You shouldn't push yourself too hard, okay? Okay. So did you get lost in here too? Uh-huh. I don't know. I don't know. I just woke up in here. Woke up? And I've been so alone. Oh, so you've been all alone all this time? You've been a real trooper then. I gently brushed my hand against the little girl's face, wiping away her tears. I only just met her, but I already felt for her. She had it a lot worse than I did. So tell me, what's your name? Sachiko. Sachiko? Your name is Sachiko? Uh-huh. I'm Yuka. Yuka Mochida. Yuka? Big sister Yuka? Big sister? You want me to be your big sister? Oh, it's just a little weird to hear somebody call me big sister, that's all. But I like it. I took Sachiko's tiny little hand in my own and pulled her to her feet. There we go. You can stand, right? Sachiko's hand was so thin and light compared to my own. Not just light, it almost felt like it was completely weightless. I guess she really is a ghost. Sachiko noticed me staring at her, and I must have had quite a look on my face. This seemed to bother her, so I did my best to force a smile. I'm sure she was worried I'd leave her all by herself again, and I wanted to make sure she knew I was there for her. What's wrong, big sis? Oh. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking about something else. I'm sorry. Sachiko lowered her head and looked like she was about to cry. Why are you apologizing? Because I think I'm a ghost. I'm different from you, big sis. I'm sorry if I scare you. Was just my fear really upsetting this little girl so much? That's terrible. I took Sachiko's hand in both of mine, turning to face her and ducking down a little so her eyes were level. It's okay. I'm scared of ghosts, but I'm not scared of you, I promise. You're not scared? For real? No, I'm not. I'm not scared of you, Sachiko. Big sis, are you going to leave me? I did have to think for a moment, since I knew I couldn't take a ghost with me very far. But in the end, I also knew I couldn't just leave her. Well, will you come with me and look for my big brother? Your big brother? Yeah, he's a really kind, really responsible person. I'm sure he'll be really nice to you too, Sachiko. Oh, really dependable person. Her head was still down, but her eyes were peeking up at me. She looked nervous, but for the first time since we started talking, she also looked hopeful. You don't mind if Sachiko comes with you? Sure, you're not alone anymore. Yuka, your big sister is right here for you. Hehehe. Honestly, I was lonely too. I probably wanted her with me just as badly as she wanted someone with her. Ghost or no. Come on, Sachiko, let's go. I turned to head back down the hall, but was stopped by Sachiko tugging on my uniform. She was wearing a forced smile on her face, but still looked uneasy. Big sis, what will you do? Will you do what I say? What you say? Was she going to tell me what to do? Was she going to tell me to do? Or what was she going to tell me to do? I was so surprised by the question I wasn't sure how best to respond. But the longer I thought about it, the more uneasy she looked. So, your big sister will listen to any request you make. Really? Uh-huh. You can ask me anything you want, anytime. Okay. There was clearly something specific she had in mind, but I wasn't going to push her about it. She'd ask me when she was ready. She seemed satisfied with my answer and let go of my uniform, and so, hand in hand, we continued down the hall in search of my big brother. And with that is the end of part 9. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the Let's Play so far. I should be able to finish Chapter 6 here within the next part. So, I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Like and subscribe if you want, and hopefully I'll see you next time in Corpse Party Book of Shadows, Part 10. This is Anime Brian, signing out.